of the ultimate sacrifice made by those who protect our values and freedoms. And we also embrace moments of joy and camaraderie with our friends and family. The Vinowake series is perfect for these gatherings, making every toast special. Also, National Wine Day is celebrated this Saturday on May 25th. It's on May 25th every year. International Wine Day is celebrated on the same day. So this weekend is a chance for wine enthusiasts to appreciate the flavors, history, and cultural significance of wine. It also provides an opportunity to learn about wine's benefits and encourage responsible consumption. Some traditions for National Wine Day include uncorking your favorite bottles of wine, maybe splurging on an expensive bottle of wine, hosting a wine tasting event, attending a wine tasting event, cooling down at a sangria bar. It is right between spring and summer, so we have been having some heat waves, or buying a new gadget, such as the ones that we're talking about here today. Also, maybe researching the recommended glass to use based on your wine type, if it should be something with a wider base or something skinny and long. For today, the focus will be on the Vinowake series of wine gadgets from Linkstyle. Mainly, we'll be talking about the Vinradance Smart Aerator, its design, its benefits, and how it compares to your standard pouring aerator, as well as the Openero automatic wine opener. Makes opening a bottle of wine a breeze, can be done in just a few seconds, and is most beneficial for those of you that have hard times with corkscrews, or maybe you have arthritis. Just makes it a little bit harder to open that bottle of wine. So, with all these things in mind, are you ready to elevate your wine experience? So let's go ahead and start. So as all things start, just with a push of a button. I'll start that here as well. So these aerators are on now. You can see they have beautiful LED lights that come down the bottom. You will be able to see these through the bottle. There's also beautiful LED lights at the top. And as stated before, it's just a one-touch operation. So let's dive deeper into the products. We should start with the product that begins any wine journey, and that is the Openero. So I have two of them set up here. So as with everything in the Vinowake series, they do come in gold or silver, so it makes a beautiful set. They all come in these beautiful gift boxes, which also include a user manual, quick start guide, and a small feature presentation on the inside, just talking about the way that the sort of the concept behind the product itself. So let's dive in here. So inside the packaging for the Openero, you'll find, of course, the Openero itself, special Vinowake foil cutter. This is fully metal and it's fully adjustable, so you can put it on any size wine bottle. You know, it doesn't have to be a specific size top. Of course, it does come also with a USB cord and a matching charging base. So as I said, it's matching, so silver base would come with the silver Openero, gold base with the gold Openero. All right, and the story behind the product is just as intriguing as the design itself, and that's all detailed again inside the box cover. But before we dive in there, let's get the base set up and make sure that we have a charged product. So very simple, you just take your USB, plug it right into the base. The inside of the base, as you'll see, has two little metal magnetic points, and there are those same two magnetic points on the bottom of the Openero. So you simply match those up. There is a small groove that helps you get that matched up as well. And you can see there the LED lights shows full 4 bars. That means this product is fully charged, which is great. We always want to start with something that's fully charged. Let's get the gold one plugged in here. Oh, and we can see that last light here is blinking, which means it can use a little bit of charge. So again, with the LED lights on, whether it's fully on or you have 1 or 2 blinking, the LED lights are your cue to let you know that the Openero is charging and getting ready for action. Now let's indulge in the story behind this awesome innovation. The Openero fully automatic wine opener. Meet the Openero, where innovation blends with elegance. This fully automatic wine opener uses pressure and advanced somatosensory smart sensor technology for effortless cork removal and ejection, ensuring easy wine enjoyment from start to finish. And with the ability to open over 60 bottles of wine on a single charge, the Openero is ideal for large gatherings with multiple bottles of wine. So say goodbye to the hassle of manual cork removal with the Openero. And there's a beautiful picture in here. So again, very simple, very elegant. As with all Linkstyle products, it's the simplicity of the design, but full functionality is their sort of their ethos. So let's go over this quick start guide for the Openero. Just go over some of the special features, the specifications, and we'll go over the actual usage of the product from steps 1 through 6. So the Openero is made from sturdy aluminum alloy, and it weighs less than a pound. So again, very easy to hold, very smooth design. There's no sharp edges aside from the corkscrew, of course, that's at the bottom. And you will see there is a hands-off warning here. So again, it does use smart somatosensory technology. So any pressure on the corkscrew will enable it. And you definitely don't want to have your hand or your fingers inside there when that starts. It's powered by a 3.7 volt, 500 mAh polymer rechargeable battery. And again, it does come with this beautiful charging stand that uses a mini USB, and that cord is provided for you as well. A full charge can be achieved in just 3 hours. And again, it lasts up to 60 openings. Other special features include, as I said, it's a very comfortable design. It's very soft and secure, so you can grip it very easily. It does include, again, the adjustable metal foil cutter, so you can make it wider or skinnier, very simple. And at the top here, hidden behind this elegant chrome case, is an emergency release button. Now, the cork will automatically come out, which we will demonstrate shortly, but if for some reason you do get a cork stuck inside, you simply hold this button down for maybe 5 plus 10 seconds, and you hear that start to go. So when you use the emergency button, the corkscrew only spins in the opposite direction that it uses to take the cork out. Again, it is smart technology, so we'll go the right way for it to come out. When it finishes, you can simply put it back on its base. And again, please remember, it's an automatic and smart device, so when you press the button, it'll only turn one way. And when opening a bottle, you simply just need to gently press down and it'll start operating on its own. Once it stops, it knows that the cork has been fully removed. And again, I do want to reiterate, very important message. There is a warning here for hands off, and that is for the inner part of the tube here. Because again, any pressure on the inside will engage that cork. Okay, so it's a product meant to provide support to your hands and fingers. So it's great for those with arthritis. Maybe you've got smaller hands or large hands and corkscrews just don't fit properly and it's just hard to operate. Maybe you've never actually thought of cutting off the foil from the top of a wine bottle. You just go straight through and go through the cork, and then there's little bits of metal and everything in there. So everything is included. So again, your whole wine journey from start to finish can be easy, elegant, and just overall just a better experience. All right, should we open a fresh bottle together? And again, we'll just go through each of these steps on this handy quick start guide. I think we're ready for that. So let's put this one aside for now. And I shall put this white one aside as well. So here we have a fresh bottle. It's not been opened. Okay, so I'm gonna slide the foil cutter right on top like so. Give it a gentle squeeze. And you can spin the foil cutter or spin the bottle. I prefer to spin the bottle just like this. And just go on a 360, pull up. And there's the foil. There's the cork now exposed. Very simple. And again, it doesn't bend or break or anything. Again, this is fully metal, so very sturdy. Yeah, has some pretty sharp blades in here. So yeah, make sure you don't get that on your fingers as well, just again for safety. So we've charged the device. We've removed the cork foil. Next step is you want to hold down the bottle. You want to do this because until it gets maybe a quarter way through the cork, what could happen, or even when it is quarter way through the cork, the bottle could just start spinning versus the corkscrew spinning through the cork. So you don't want to have that happen. So hold this down. Again, you hold this right in the center. And with barely any pressure, it starts working all on its own. You don't want to push down any harder. You don't want to pull it up. Just let the corkscrew work its way down. And now it's stopped. This is a pretty big cork here. And once it stops, you just pull it up. There it is. Turn sideways. And you can hear that cork again coming right out. There it is. Come out of there. Beautiful. And as we said, that does smell good, but we're not there yet. As we said, it can do up to 60 corks. I'm hoping you can see the table here. So I have a couple more corks here, so there's a different size cork. And there it is. So very simple, easy to use. So now that bottle of wine is open. If you're one that does not prefer to do any kind of aeration or anything like that, then you would be all set. But for your wine aficionados or any of you that are just getting into the beautiful world of wine and you're learning about aeration and what that does, we will be talking about that shortly here as well. So again, with the Openero, no bottle is too tough to handle. No cork is too stubborn, and of course they do both work just as well. So I'm gonna put a new cork here. Here's the silver. Again, very easy. There comes the cork. Super easy. We have these spare corks here just so we can test the product. So again, silver works just as well as the gold. This doesn't work too well on a table. All right, so again, this would make a very thoughtful gift. It does come in a beautiful gift box as well. So if anyone maybe missed a Mother's Day gift, Father's Day is coming up, there's graduations coming up. Of course, if they're graduating and they're of age to drink, the Openero is currently on our Amazon store page for only $54.99, and we do have a discount effective now through Memorial Day for 20% off. That's with all of the Vinowake products, so that includes the Openero, the Vinradance, and the Trio Vino as well. So you can get a whole gift set. Again, it's for consuming wine from start to finish for all types of enthusiasts or beginners, and it's easy to use for everyone. All right, so now that we've opened our wine in a more efficient way, are you ready to elevate your wine experience further with just the push of a button? I think we are. So here is the Vinradance. Again, it comes in silver or gold. This is silver. It could be considered as white as well, but it does have the silver accents. So the premium electronic wine and spirit aerator, the Vinradance. This is our state-of-the-art aerator, which swiftly introduces air into your wine, promoting oxygenation and enhancing every sip. Science reveals that aeration is a combination of oxidation and evaporation. We can see these two reactions in other areas of our life as well. For example, when you cut open an apple, the air starts the oxidization process and makes the fruit's flesh turn brown. And of course, we see evaporation all the time when it rains and it gets humid, when you're boiling water, when you hang your clothes to dry, for example. Why aerate? Aerating your wine can remove sediment and cork from the wine while exposing it to oxygen, which opens up its floral bouquet, just makes it more flavorful, more robust. It releases more tannins, which if you're drinking red wine, the tannins add to the flavor and also the alcohol content. When you actually swirl your wine and you see it staying on the edges of the glass, those are your tannins on the edge there. The best aerators should do both of these things, oxidize and evaporate. The Vinradance is designed to be the best. So first, let's go over the setup. We'll set up of course, the base, the tube, and show you where the batteries go. Of course, the Vinradance also does come with this beautiful quick start guide. So before we set it up, let's go over all the pieces. So the top here is the activation button. Inside there is also a red indicator light, so you will be able to see when it's turned on. Hopefully you can see that there. There's that red light. This is a top cover on here, which simply twists off. And inside here is the two AAA batteries for operation. This is also where the motor is contained, which pushes the air through. There is a air exhaust slot here, and of course the air inlet on the inside right there. And it also comes with this tube, and there is another set of 4 white LED lights on the inside there, which when you have this in your wine bottle, it does come out this bottom, so you can see the lights shining through the wine as well. And we'll see here on this tubing here at the end, it's probably impossible to see in this video, but there are very, very small air holes all through this bottom part and right under this ball here. So I don't think there'd be a way for me to be able to show you that, but that is the other part. So once we get this all put together, and you can leave it right here on its base. So this is a beautiful accent for your kitchen or your home bar or your bar. All right, so now we got the batteries inside, we've got the base set up. Let's read over the story of the Vinradance. So the Vinradance, electronic wine and spirit aerator. At the heart of every wine lover's journey is the pursuit of the perfect sip, an experience that transcends the ordinary. It's not just about pouring a glass, it's about creating a symphony for the senses. This is where the Vinradance comes into play, a dance of brilliance and elegance. When you use Vinradance, you're inviting brilliance and elegance into your wine moments. Picture the grace of a ballet, the precision of a waltz, and the vibrancy of a tango, all with your wine as the star. Vinradance ensures your wine is poured with clarity, aerated with brilliance, and presented with sheer radiance. Welcome to a new era of wine enjoyment. Beautiful. So, now that we know how the story behind the creation was, and we have it set up and we understand the components, let's quickly just go over the specifications and then we can dive right into the function. So again, it's powered by 2 AAA batteries. It's made up of a plastic body, and again, there has the top cover that encases the inner electronics that operate the device. Just a quick reminder on that, this top portion here is not waterproof, so please do not submerge this in any liquids. You can actually prevent it from getting wet altogether, since this tube is the only part that you really should have to clean out. And again, as you can see, with all things Linkstyle, the design is very simple and elegant, but functional. All right, now that we've gone over all of that, let's aerate our wine. We'll also discuss the advantages and the differences of using this form of aerator versus your standard aerating pourer. So first, you want to extend the tube. Well, actually, first step with a new bottle of wine, you want to pour out just a little bit out of the glass, maybe 10 milliliters or so. That is just to help ensure that the wine does not spurt out the top when you begin your aeration. So then you want to extend your tube like so. Make sure you get to the bottom. Now with wine bottles, there's usually a small divot on the inside. So you want this to be just above that divot. Otherwise it'll be crooked, and we don't want it crooked. We want it to be straight up and down like so. All right, and then with just one button after one long press here, now that is aerating. And I'll bring this up closer. And again, I'm hoping everyone can see this. We have the beautiful bubbles. You can see the LED light shining on the inside. Now that first long press, here we go. There's the bubbles. The first long press will activate the Vinradance for 1 minute. While it's still activated, if you push it 2 times, now that's going to go for 2 minutes. If you come back and push it 3 times, 2, 3, that will activate for now 3 minutes. And again, it had air holes all along the bottom. That motor is pushing air all throughout the bottle. And we can just barely see some bubbles foaming at the top there. Beautiful. That's the dance of wine. So again, that's going to be going for 3 minutes, giving it a full aeration, just accentuating the aromas, the flavors, the tannins are loosening up there. Any of the sediment that might have formed when it was in the oak barrels, or maybe from the cork itself when it was getting put into there and then the oxygen was all taken out, that helps to just bring about all of the natural flavors. So we'll let that go. And another great thing about this is, of course, if you have a guest that prefers more aeration, what they can simply do is take the Vinradance, put it directly in their bottle, in their cup, excuse me, and there you go. Now you can see those beautiful bubbles, and it's just aerating the glass. If they so choose, they can spin it around. This would also work if you were drinking some scotch or some cognac and you just wanted to get some more of the flavors out of there. There we go. Beautiful. And you can see how the color, it's lightening it up. I can actually get a lot more of the scent coming out. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon, so you get that sweetness with a little bit of the peppery spice out of there as well. It's just all coming out. It's really beautiful. So how does this compare to other, regular pouring aerators? First, the efficiency of the aeration. The advanced aeration technology ensures that the wine is perfectly aerated with each pour. It promotes optimal oxygenation, enhancing the flavors and aromas of your wine to deliver a superior tasting experience. It's very easy. You can just let it aerate just a little bit more. This efficiency is achieved through a precisely engineered system that introduces the right amount of air into the wine, again softening the tannins and smoothing out any of the harsh tones. This compared to pouring aerators, which may offer a good aeration, but it may not match the precision and efficiency of the Vinradance. For example, once you pour it through the aerator once, it's in the glass, and that's it. You have no way of aerating it more if you choose to. There's no way of redoing it because now it's in the glass. You'd have to maybe use a funnel, then get it back in the pourer. So by all accounts, you're actually already aerating less and having to do more work. Now, since the Vinradance uses this cutting-edge technology to ensure efficient and consistent aeration, it enhances both the flavor and the aroma. And also it gives the option of 1 minute, 2 minute, or 3 minutes of aeration time. Or after you poured some glasses, you just want to introduce some more air in there so that the wine stays nice and fresh and lively while everyone is sipping on their cup. You can just keep it running just like so. All right, the other thing is the elegant design. The Smart Aerator combines both elegance with functionality, as does all the Linkstyle products. Its sleek and modern design doesn't just look good, but it also enhances your wine experience aesthetically. As you can see here, so if you had a whole setup, there's a little plate back here, there's your fruit, you just need a cheese and meat board, and you'd be all set. If you have matching plates that might have some gold on the accents or some silver accents, or if you have a gold cheese knife, maybe you have some wine glasses that are gold as well. Perfect complement to that. Pouring aerators primarily focus on functionality with very basic design that may not be as visually striking. And again, it may not serve the purpose that you want if you want more aeration versus less. And as we said previously, it's hard to aerate the wine to your desired smoothness. So the Vinradance, again, it'll focus on the blend of modern aesthetic and high functionality, setting it apart in terms of visual appeal as well as overall user experience. Then once it's done, simply put it on your base. Any drips will drip right there. Of course, the base you can fully wash, and then when you're ready to put it into a new bottle or just put it away, you simply take off the tube. You can leave this right on the base, and you just need to run some water through the tube here. You can extend it to wash it out completely, and after that, it is cleaned out. Of course, you don't want to wait until it dries out because you don't want any wine to get moldy inside the tube. I briefly touched on it just now, but ease of cleaning. Again, designed for convenience, the Smart Aerator is incredibly easy to clean. Unlike other aerators that can be cumbersome or made out of glass, for example, so if you drop it, it might chip, crack. Also, after you clean those pouring aerators, you just throw it into a cabinet or a drawer. It might get lost in there. Of course, it's going to get dusty while it's in there. The Vinradance tube actually comes encased in plastic, so you can save that as well. I'm going to pull this one out here. just to demonstrate so you can see. When you put it away, you can just put it away in this plastic tubing and then have it just like so. Again, easy, convenient, elegant, beautiful way to store it. So like we said about the pouring aerators, after you wash it, you have to be careful of where you put it. Remember where it goes. It could get dirty while it's in there. So yeah, again, just specifically designed with elegance in mind and how you'd want to store things and how you clean them and how easy it is to operate for these products. So overall, the Vinradance Smart Aerator stands out with its elegant design, user-friendly cleaning process, and highly efficient aeration technology, making it superior all around for wine enthusiasts seeking to enhance their wine experience effortlessly. And if you combine it with the Openero, that makes a complete set for any wine lovers. Again, perfect gift for any occasion. The Vinradance, let me look this up here, is, again, it's available on our Amazon store as well. Let me look up the pricing for you here, although I should have had this already, so I do apologize. The Vinradance. So the Vinradance is currently $79.99 on Amazon. Again, there is a 20% off code on all the Vinowake products, so if you wanted to get it together or get it separately, and of course they're all offered with free shipping as well. So again, $54.99 for the Openero, $79.99 for the Vinradance, with 20% off. That's somewhere just over $100 for a beautiful set. Again, Father's Day is coming up, summer is coming up, so it's the season of, you know, backyard parties, just the end of spring, so, you know, end of spring parties, graduations are happening right now. Again, please make sure everyone is of age when they're drinking. Please remember, International Wine Day is part of learning about wine and consuming safely, so we want to make sure that we do that. So this elegant collection will stand the test of time, suitable gift for all occasions, and you can rest assured that it's not just meant for the most experienced wine aficionados, but for the beginners and everyone in between as well. If anyone had any questions, please reach out. Again, this is our live showing for this week. We will have another one next week after the Memorial Day holiday. We hope that everyone stays safe this weekend. If you wanted to order these today, you would definitely get them before the weekend, so just in time for International Wine Day. If you have anything happening for Memorial Day, again, we do want to extend our well wishes to all the military families, and through this time of remembrance, we just want to remember the sacrifices that these soldiers and everyone has made for our freedoms and our values. So thank you again for joining us. Have a beautiful day. Cheers. I knew it was short.
35 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we didn't have any comments besides, I think it was Selena. She said nice or something.